And we're back in Inside the Ropes, and this is a lady that people have wanted us to have on the show for months and months and months. She is the original diva of the WWF. She was the most downloaded woman in America online history. And she's also a WWE Hall of Famer. Sunny, welcome to Inside the Ropes.
Hey, how you guys doing? First of all, I have to say, I love your accent. I'm melting right now.
I get that all the time.
Yeah, adorable.
Jake the Snake would not stop complimenting me over it.
It's absolutely crazy. When I come over to Scotland, those boys better lock themselves up because, I'm a single girl and I love that accent. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know. But how have you been anyway? How's things been going?
Everything has been going fantastic. The second part of this year couldn't be better for me. I don't know if you heard, but I actually came down with cancer in April, but I beat it. I'm cancer-free now, surgery, but I'm doing really, really good, and I'm busier than I've ever been. So I'm a happy girl. I'm single, but I'm a happy girl.
Well, happy is the main thing. But I guess before we kind of have a chat, we should just kind of cover the elephant in the room a little bit. Because some people are obviously quite worried about you because they'd heard so many things, whether they be true or not. And obviously there was the unfortunate kind of the jail thing and all this sort of stuff. But I guess the most important thing is, are you okay now? I know you're saying things are great, but is everything kind of back on track?
Everything is great. It was just a little sidetrack in my life earlier in the year, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. It was a long story short. I was engaged to a man who I thought was incredible. He ended up cheating on me, and when I found out, I beat him up really bad. Got arrested for it and spent a couple of days in jail because of it. That's pretty much it. But do I regret it? No. He deserved it. And, life goes on. I'm not ashamed of it. I actually kind of had an enjoyable time while I was there, and I was able to sit down and write my book while I was spending my time in jail. So it was very worth it.
So I was going to ask you about, so you've written a book. Do we have a title yet?
Yes. The title is A Star Shattered, and it's fabulous. The book cover is going to be a hot pink. And up on the left-hand corner is going to be one of my pictures from the Hall of Fame where I look, the best I've ever looked. And up on the right side, my mugshot. So you can't miss it when you're walking through the book.
I love it. Brilliant. And yeah, I was, obviously, last weekend you were, sorry, the other thing I was going to ask you about the book is what kind of book are we looking at? Because wrestling's had so many different books. There's the Bret Hart kind of book where it's like really intricate details, and then there's kind of the Mick Foley that's really funny. Where does yours kind of lie in that landscape?
Actually, mine's kind of a little bit of both. It's not really a book about wrestling. I don't talk about, matches or angles in different companies, because if you want to know about a match, you're going to watch the DVD. You don't need me to write about it. But basically, I tell stories that, the fans out there would never get to know about unless they're told. I'm going to tell everything that goes on backstage, behind the scenes, on the road, in rental cars, in hotels. There's some pretty crazy stories in there that I was involved in, and some pretty crazy stories that I observed as well. But, it's all kinds of stuff that nobody really knows about my life and about, being in the professional wrestling business. I tell a few secrets in this book that I've never told anyone before. It was kind of like a cleansing experience for me. I got out, like, all my demons and dirty secrets that I've ever had, and I put it on paper, and you know what, if you don't like me for who I am, then sorry, but I can't change who I am. But it's just a little bit of a way to enlighten people on how my life really is, behind the scenes and behind all behind all the lights and glamour and all that, because I'm just human just like everybody else. I started writing it actually about 2 years ago, and I'm kind of glad I didn't finish it then, because back then it would have been just a book about my career, and I think that would have been boring. But now with everything that's gone on with me, it's become a book about my career, about domestic violence, about abuse, about cancer, about jail, surgery, you name it, it's all in there. And it's pretty compelling. Both my literary agent and my editor said it's extremely compelling, and they couldn't put it down. And
when is that due to drop?
Well, I was hoping to have it out by Christmas, but we were delayed a little bit in the editing process. So we're back on track now. It should be out, let's say January or February. And it'll be on Amazon.com, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com, and in bookstores everywhere. So then I'll have to do a nice little book tour and come visit y'all again.
And yeah, you were at the Legends of the Ring convention earlier on this month as well. Like, what was that like? Because that's a very sort of big convention, and within hours there's pictures online of people, and it was quite a big convention to be a part of. What was your experience like at that?
Well, the Legends of the Ring conventions are always the best one in the country. They run them twice a year in the fall and the spring, and we usually have anywhere from 500 to 700 fans at each one. It's pretty much, shoulder-to-shoulder fans, and it's really awesome. I love doing personal appearances in conventions for one reason only. I'm not there to make money. I'm not there, to publicize myself. I'm actually there for the fans, because the way I look at it, like, none of us in this business would have jobs if it wasn't for wrestling fans. None of us would be paying our bills. None of us would be paying mortgages. And, we'd have to, go and have like a normal, regular job like everyone else. And a lot of people take that for granted when they're in this business. They don't give the fans the respect that they deserve. And I like to do that. I mean, when somebody comes up and gets an autograph or a photo with me, they're not paying whatever amount of money they are for that photograph. They're paying for that experience. They want that 5 or 10 minutes, chatting with you and having a little conversation with you, so they can walk away smiling and say, wow, that was pretty cool. I just had a 5-minute conversation with Sunny, and she was awesome. That's what makes me happy is, watching people walk away from me with a smile on their face is, the whole reason I do what I do. And like I said, we wouldn't have jobs if it wasn't for fans, so without giving them the proper respect that they deserve and spending that intimate time with them, it'd be unfair not to.
Yeah, there's a couple of people I've met that I wish shared your opinion on that, but I'll not name names. But yeah, one of the other things that you've done recently, and you said it better than anybody else could, Queen of Controversy, you decided to do the In Bed with Sunny pictures recently. Yeah. And right or wrong, that's your call. Whether people like it or whether people don't, that's your call to do that. And I just wondered, from the idea of doing it to the actual execution of it, did it turn out the way that you had envisioned it, and what was it like when you actually did it compared to the thought in your head?
Well, it was exactly the way I envisioned it would be. All it is a simple photo op. It takes 5 or 10 seconds to take a picture, and you're done. It's harmless. There's no prostitution involved, as some, websites were saying it was. It was crazy. I was, reading all over the place that I was prostituting myself, which is absolutely absurd. All it basically is, and I think of it this way. 3 years ago, I was the first one in Charlotte at the NWA Fan Fest to do the photo ops in bikini by poolside. And then all of a sudden, everybody was, saying things about me doing that. But then as soon as 8 or 10 other girls caught on to the idea and started doing it, then it was accepted. So I figured this time, let me up it one more time. And I always come up with brilliant ideas. So I figured, let's do the undercovers with Sunny. I had the undercover segment on Raw, Monday Night Raw years ago. So it was just kind of a take on that. And it was just a way for a fan to, cuddle up next to me in, a bedroom scene and take a picture. There was no nudity. I wore a satiny robe with a little bit of cleavage, and I had full pajama pants on underneath the covers. And they were fully dressed, and we basically laid next to each other. I put my head on someone's chest, and we smiled for a picture. That's all it was planned to be, and that's all it ended up being. But, of course, like I said, I'm, the Queen of Controversy. Anything I, have the idea to do, people always have to either talk down about it or say, some crazy thing that I'm doing. But it was absolutely harmless. And we kind of limited it to the amount of people that could get it done. We had to kind of keep the, the advertising, on down low, so we wouldn't get so much, bad press from it. But every single person that did it were thrilled to death with the photo. They were so happy going into it. They were happy to thrilled with the photo afterwards, and everybody walked away smiling, and that was the whole idea of it. It was harmless. And
I guess we should now sort of let the cat out of the bag of part of the reason that you're on with us tonight, because you do have an appearance coming up in the UK. You're going to be in Milton Keynes on the 16th and 17th of November. So first of all, what are you doing down in Milton Keynes?
I'll be doing autographed photo ops. If you have anything you need me to sign, like a poster or a DVD or an action figure, bring it on over. And, we're just going to have some fun. I'm so excited to, see all the British and Scotland fans again. Well, actually, I've never even been to Scotland, so I'm very excited to go there for my first time. But I always have a really good time every time I go to London or anywhere in England. The English fans are just, incredible. I just have such a blast going over there. And like I said, I love the accent, so I can't complain.
There you go. And you have given the cat out of the bag, Sunny, because we can announce right here, right now, that on Thursday, November the 14th, Sunny makes her first appearance in Scotland. You're going to be coming for Inside the Ropes Live with Sunny, Q&A on stage, and then meet and greet with the fans. It's going to be a great night.
That's exactly right. I'm so excited. It'll be my very first appearance in Scotland ever. Unfortunately, when I was with the company back then, we didn't tour over there. We did, England, but that's about it. But now I get to come over. I'm so psyched. Hopefully I can find some cute, Scottish boys with cute Scottish accents to show me around a little bit after the show.
But I'm going to put you on the spot here, okay?
Okay.
One thing, because I want you to promise me something.
What's that?
You did a shoot interview last year with Rob Feinstein, and you said in it something, I can't remember the exact line, but you said something along the lines of, you know me, I always lie in these interviews. So I want you to promise me that when you come to Scotland live on stage, if anyone asks you a question, they're going to get 100% the truthful, honest answer.
Absolutely. I mean, pretty much everyone has, told a few, fairy tales and the shoot interviews, because you can't really do the same shoot interview over and over and over again. It doesn't make it exciting. So a lot of us do make up some stories, but when I'm out there, just like in my book, everything's going to be 100% truth and, off the cuff, and we'll see how it goes.
We will indeed. So it's going to be on Thursday, November 14th. People can come along to the Classic Grand in Glasgow, Scotland, and see you, Sunny. You're going to be live on stage with me and my co-host Robert. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get people in the crowd to ask questions, find out all they want to know, and we're going to talk about your career.
That sounds good. I cannot wait. I can't wait to meet everybody. And like I said, bring anything you need signed. I'll sign anything you want. Well, short of a pair of underwear, that is.
Yeah, let's draw the line there.
I'm very, very anxious to meet everyone out in Scotland. I can't wait.
Tammy, thank you so much for joining us. And we are going to see you on November 14th in Glasgow.
All right, thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Take care. Bye.